more than 100 games played, the border war between these two schools has been a clash in the middle of the country that's been a contest played since before the 20th century. And believe me, in rivalries like this one, the wrongs from games played in 1891 are being discussed as we get ready for what's in store. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Missouri's offense comes onto the field first today. The Jayhawks pulled out a close one the last time they saw Mizzou. Yeah, Rock Chalk Jayhawk making plays when it mattered most. Despite the rivalry, despite everything going on in the stadium, they handled their composure and won the game.
And you got to give them credit because they were mentally tough. Not only are you getting through your conference schedule week after week, but then you got to get yourself up to play against a rival in Missouri, and they won the game, and that really helped them throughout the rest of the year.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hauls it in. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him.
Turning it on! And he'll be brought down. And the Jayhawks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Duggar. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the right. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. Finds his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way.
Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Looking for space. It's Lee. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. Moving out of the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on 3rd down. Able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. You do think basketball in this rivalry, but there is football history. Gale Sayers, Todd Reese, and Chase Daniel, the Mangino era for the Jayhawks. At times, this was one of the best rivalries on the planet.
Well, they started playing in 1891. It's unfortunate with conference realignment that this rivalry game kind of went away. I wish we saw...
Yeah, and we've seen it all across college football. We get robbed of the rivalries, and then we... kind of forget about them, so good to have this rivalry back.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Touchdown, Archer Jayhawk. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cochran. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Here's the pressure. The short hands, it's James. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. There he goes. Continues to fight for yards. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's James. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Fakes to grab. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looks looking to throw on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing. Last game he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating.
Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And as he throws, he's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Lets it fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab, it's Lee. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Yeah, a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Right back to the well. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. The quick out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds space on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Love what they did there, putting a big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 4 over Hawaii. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Now on 2nd down. They're going to run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. To the air, it's Duggar. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking down the middle. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Fired in there, but incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, that's why that one fell incomplete.
Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more.
Touchdown, Kansas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Your kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Finds his tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Motion from the back. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Behind the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gets it out fast. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, so much to break down from a spirited first half between the Tigers and the Jayhawks. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Kansas and Missouri plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. To the air, it's Duggar. Unloads to the right. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the Jayhawks getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Stewart. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Jayhawks are flying down the field. Sends it back in motion. They'll give it to him again. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Duggar. He's got him still on his feet.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
He's looking to pass. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. To give to the big fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got nothing on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
It'll be 3rd and long. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's James. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Rock Chalk. Once he got some room, it was over. Rock Chalk Jayhawk as KU is starting to pull away.
And Kansas getting it done, executing here in this rivalry game in the second half, starting to put it on Missouri. They better respond, Palmer.
KU is delivering the KO. They are making plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to NC State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Rushes on him, trying to make magic on the scramble. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll return it from the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run down in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. They kick it away on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back, and the offense coming out on the field. They'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Punts it out of the air.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Firing to the right, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. There he goes. Touchdown, Armstrong Jayhawk. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to Painter. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Cochran. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams that they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And they're able to make the tackle.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Grab near the marker. It's Reed. At the 35, he's loose. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Madison. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Touchdown, Missouri! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Looking for a crease to the left. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Duggar. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Ready to fire from the pistol. Now the play fake. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Battle for the Cy-Hawk going down today, guys, and we've got an update in the always entertaining game between the Cyclones and Hawkeyes. Iowa State notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Ames is worth its weight in gold to the Cyclones. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Place to start for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Here's a heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Lemon. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Can't get him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Soften him up with a run, and now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
This always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. But this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about...
There he goes! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Might be changing the route. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Kansas.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
We got this.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline.
Ready, fight.
Keep pushing that, Rops. Down the field.
Back to pass, it's Duggar. Fires to the middle. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. And we can rock and chalk this one up to a Kansas victory and a waving of the week in this border war rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.